And away she goes. Power down, power down. There we go, lovely. Right. God, look at that. That is epic. Hello everyone, I'm the Mole Man and welcome back to Train Simulator. Good morning. You're driving the Gatwick Express service to Gatwick Airport used by holiday goers to ensure they don't miss their flights. Open the door to allow the passengers on board and then depart promptly. Let's not make these time-conscious passengers nervous. Me not make someone nervous? Okay, right. It said good morning and it's 12:35. Okay, right. We've got 377s aplenty, Electrostars and stuff, but we're in the 73. Let's get those doors open. We are in the 73 indeed, the beautiful, beautiful 73 that just released. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks to Dovetail for sending it over as always, but there we go, look at that. Beautiful stuff indeed. There we go, let's just have a look at this Okay, come on. Whoever drove it this way, they're silly. Come on. Jesus Christ. Surely you'd pull it up to the buffers. I mean, that's just... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Right, let's just let's take a nice look at the train. Yes, we're on London to Brighton again, obviously. But, you know, that's just the nature of the Gatwick Express. I can't get away from London to Brighton. Best route ever. Best route ever, indeed. Let's get ourselves into forward. There we go. Lovely. So, yes, this has been hotly anticipated, the Class 73. And there we proper sounds as well. Which is awesome. Come on, passengers, let's get on. We've got a lot to go on here. All the passengers have boarded. The train will now go fast to Gatwick. It will indeed. Brakes off. Brakes are now off. There we go. And get ourselves into... There we go. Now, yeah, this control is very counterintuitive. You have to use the controls the opposite way. So, I've got to push D to use the electric power. It's very interesting. It's very... I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. And we've also got signals to worry about. Green, yellow. We're alright for the moment. We're alright indeed. Right, we're approaching 20 miles an hour. Shut off the power. There we go. 20 miles an hour. Lovely stuff indeed. That was close. That was very close indeed. So yes, it said good morning, but it's 12:35. Like, you know, just gone lunchtime. So that's fun. That's fun indeed. But look at the beautiful Class 73. I cannot wait to see this in all sorts of reskins. It's going to be epic. Because it's going to be in the new Gatwick Express, it can be in Southern, it can be in all sorts, and it's all awesome. Obviously, of course, Network South East as well, being a major contender, but there we go. Look at that. Lovely stuff. So yes, this is the second scenario of the three. The first scenario sees you enter London Victoria, and the return service sees you come back, obviously, the third one. So I'll do them all one day, I will indeed. I will indeed. We're slowing down quite not very nicely. Let's try and use the notch up bit to keep our speed going, shall we? That's it. Run back. There we go. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. What's the signals doing? Mine is green. There we go. Lovely stuff. As long as I have green signals, I'm happy. I'm happy indeed. There we go. So it's just climbing out of London Victoria, and we've got to go all the way to Brighton. Not Brighton. Why do I say Brighton? I mean Gatwick. I'm too used to doing specials, and I keep on thinking I'm going too far. Right, let's get ourselves into parallel. I think going into Wakefield straight away gives you an emergency brake application, so that's always fun. That's always fun indeed. So accelerate out here. Look at that. I pushed the wrong button. I pushed the delete key. Hopefully that wasn't going to be a major problem. Look at that beautiful train. Lovely stuff indeed. It's been a while coming out. They announced it and then it never came out, but it looks like the coaches have got better windows and everything. So you know, it was a worthy wait. It was a worthy wait indeed. Right, here we go. As we pass through Battersea Power Station, there we go. Lovely Battersea Power Station. Let's keep an eye on the speed, shall we? Let's keep an eye on the speed indeed. As we pass lovely Electrostars. I drove an Electrostar recently, the blue 375. Lovely as always. Lovely as always. Alright, power off, power off. No, come on. Oh, for God's sake. That's the problem with this, I've noticed. -8, lovely. Where there's so many notches, because you've got, you know, run up, run down power, the old style, and then you've got service, parallel, and the trouble is it takes ages to get back into power off mode. You need to be ahead of your train, and I'm not ahead of anything. It's just going to go horribly wrong. Right, let's use notch up. Let's use notch up to control our speed. Let's see if that works instead of using the actual predefined notches. Because I'm terrible at driving trains. There we go. Look at this though. Absolutely epic. Because we go along the best part of the entire line. As this bit here is just epic. We're approaching a 377 up there as well. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Going a bit slower here is actually not a bad idea. Because you know, because it goes downhill. I forgot words for a second then, as I always do, but there we go. There's the shard, because that existed in the 1990s. There we go. Look at that for a beautiful train. I want to get Battersea Power Station in there as well. These screenshots here have got to be perfect. They have indeed. They have indeed. Try and not get the signal in there. There we go. That's the money shot-ish. That'll do. That'll do. There we go. So we've got the 73, the Class 488, so the coaches, converted Mark IIs, and the Class 489. Which is the, used to be Class 414, but they converted it. They converted it indeed. Derriling. Don't know what that was for. That would be for the signal. And another Derriling. Okie dokie. We like our Derrilings today. We're approaching a 377 there. Lovely stuff. Right. Yeah, see, we're speeding up now. Let's come off the power. There we go. Want to try and not speed too much. I've already lost some score. I'm hopefully that won't happen again, you know, in the near future. But it probably will. Knowing me, I will speed a lot. I will speed a lot. We are barreling down on Clapham Junction. Clapham Junction is epic. Look at this. This is just awesome. Don't speed. That's it. There we go. Lovely stuff. Approaching the fine line of speeding there. But we did not. We did not. 60 miles an hour. Let's do it. Service. That should give us a bit of kick. Nope. Parallel. Got to be very careful. I think if you go into Wakefield, you do have emergency problems, which isn't fun. We're going to go up and watch the train barrel through here at Clapham Junction because it is the best station in the world. It really is. Look at this. This should look epic. It really should. We get the zoom level just right. There we go. Here we come. Here we come. Let's blow the horn as we come through here. Timeliness bonus. That's what we want to see. Here she comes. Here comes the beautiful 73. Look at that. Just approaching 60 miles an hour there as we come into Clapham Junction. There we go. Look at that beautiful train. And away she goes. Power down, power down. There we go. Lovely. Right. God, look at that. That is epic. Because now we've got two Gatwick Express trains. We've got the 442 and the 73. There's a reskin of the 387, which is on DP Simulation. And there used to be a reskin of the old Class 42. Was it the 427? Something like that. The 4 Veg as it was. But that's currently not available on that website. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I went into oh no, this is what I was talking about. I went into a Wakefield and now the emergency brakes are applying. This is a problem. Why is this a thing? I have no idea. But now the train's going to grind to a halt and there's nothing I can do about it. Minus 20, minus 22, minus 23, minus 24. And now we're going to be late. This train's annoying. Right, okay. Right, let's try that again. Right, come on, service. Go. Go train, come on. This Wakefield, this Wakefield braking is a nightmare. Right, come on, come on, come on. Because I did it in the sound test. I tried driving it up to full speed to see if I could be heard over the train, which I could, which I could. But I accidentally went into Wakefield too early and the train came grinding to a halt. And it's just done it again, and I knew it was going to happen. That's the trouble when you've got a keyboard press or even a controller. You've got no judgment of what your keyboard press has done. Because sometimes you can push it and it won't move the controller. Sometimes you can push it and it'll move it twice. But there we go indeed. Right, let's speed ourselves back up. We're probably going to be late now. So there we go, parallel. Now just don't touch Wakefield for a very long time and we'll be alright. We'll be alright indeed. Look at that. Lovely stuff. I do like the 73 though. It's a very unique... Well, it is a unique loco at the moment, and they've all been refurbs and stuff, and they look awesome. But it won't be unique in the future with the Class 88 being dual powered, having having like a pantograph and a diesel engine. It won't be unique anymore. So which is, there you go, I suppose. That's just the nature of it all. As we approach on Wandsworth Common here, it's 60 miles an hour again. At 60 miles an hour again indeed. Right, let's drop ourselves back into service just to prepare ourselves. There we go, look at that. Lovely train. Beautiful 73. And the coach, yeah, the coaches are nice and stuff as well. First class as always. London end. There we go. Right, as we're approaching, it dirlings every time I'm in here, even if there's not a thing. Gonna start speeding. Don't care anymore. There we go. Lovely. -4. Yeah, who cares about -4? Because we were nearly there. I've got 377201. I'll take a screenshot with you. There we go. Screenshot time. There we go. This should look good. There we go. Look at that. Modern times. Well, not modern times actually. I mean, like, this is like early 2000s sort of modern times. That's what this is. This is modern millennia time. There we go. And there goes a train. Look at that. It's epic stuff. Green signals all the way. We started off with a few yellows and reds, but we're doing all right. We're doing all right indeed. That's 70 miles an hour. Power off. There we go. It's cutting it fine. It's cutting it very fine. Just a nightmare to control. I suppose that's the point, really. It's a bit of a finicky train to control. It's just in the real world, you'd actually have your hand on the notch, and you'd know what you're doing. Let's blow the horn like that. Horn. Lovely stuff. So yeah, obviously it does have the diesel mode as well, in which case if you go into Wakefield, nothing actually bad happens. But obviously, I'm not going to use that when I've got third rail. Third rail indeed. There we go. Let's grab a nice screenshot there of the 73. I've noticed, the quick drive consists as well. They've got longer consists. Like the quick drive have got an extra 2 coaches. We've got a shorter train, which is interesting. But there we go. Because the 488s, you've got the Dash 2 and the Dash 3. The Dash 2's got the first class on it. And the, let's power back up. Let's try and use notch up. Where's the notch up bit? Is it the amps? Might be the amps there. No idea. Come on, notch up, notch up, notch up, notch up. Notch up. Notch up. Right, now just screw it. Just parallel. There we go. Yeah, I've got to get used to driving this train still. It is a finicky one to drive. I mean, I suppose the good thing for beginners, if you want to drive this train but you don't know how, obviously you've got simple controls. But the 489 here is would just have the basic 4-step controller of a multiple unit. There we go. God, cutting the speed limit's fine here today. We are indeed. We are indeed. We've got to slow down for East Croydon at some point. That's going to be fun, as always. With the 45-mile-an-hour limit through the platform. Because whoever decided to build it like that, they obviously didn't like trains. So there we go. Look at this. Barrelling down here on Streatham Common. Streatham Common. Here we go. Look at this. Blow the horn through here. There we go. Let's put the power back up. It's a nightmare trying to keep the power going. Oh no, not again! Oh. Why is the Wakefield thing a thing? What, it doesn't do it in... Is it prototypical? If I slammed it into Wakefield in the real world, would it slam the emergency brakes on? Because if that's true, A, that's stupid, and B, it's even more stupid. That's another 20 points down the drain. Well, 30 points nearly, look at that. It's going to be one of those kinds of videos. It really is indeed, right? Out of Wakefield. You know what? Screw it. Can I go into series? There we go. Can I use the diesel engine? Should be able to. Let's use the diesel engine. Come on. Use the current power mode. Yeah, use the diesel engine. Come on. Diesel engine. No, come on. Diesel engine. Right, maybe it does need to be in parallel. Diesel engine. There we go. Let's use the diesel engine. That way I can't have emergency brakes. I reckon that's the plan. There we go. That's better. That's better. Straight up. There we go. Now, obviously, in the real world, it's got less power, so we're probably going to be going a lot slower. But, I don't care. I mean, at this rate, if we're going to stop every couple of miles, I'm going to be better off just averaging at a slower speed. So, diesel mode it is. Diesel mode it is indeed. Right. Coming up on Norbury. This is why I like the 442. This is why I like modern trains. They're easy to drive. I don't care about it being complicated. Easy to drive trains are my favourite thing. No, indeed. I ain't got to learn how to drive the damn things. Just get in and go. Get in and go. Brake selector. Can I use that? I can use that. Let's leave the brakes on auto. I don't fancy trying to manually control the brakes. That'd go down not very well at all. Not very well at all. Yeah, we're definitely accelerating more slowly, but I think I suppose that's not a bad thing. The top speed should be 60 miles an hour in this mode, but I think we're already going to be late. Go via East Croydon at 12:48. Yeah, that's not happening. Okie dokie. That's not happening at all. So yeah, we're just gonna have another fail today, I reckon. Just gonna have another fail. Always like a bit of a fail, don't we? We always do indeed. Sometimes I do well, you know. I mean, like, yeah, sometimes, rarely, on the rare occasion, I'll do well. I mean, I didn't do too badly on the 375, but this isn't gonna go well. Not gonna go well at all. And I just because I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. There we go, indeed. Train's beautiful though, it really is. So nice to have because this is a proper 73. Because the IHH one, I never had it. But always, you know, it didn't look great in my opinion. It wasn't 100%. But this one looks a lot better. Speeding, still happening. Still losing points. Slow down. Slow down. That's it. Right, now I need to find a power mode that keeps us at 70 miles an hour. Not 40%. 30%? Nah, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Right. Horn through here. Because that's what I do. Approaching Selhurst. 60 mile an hour limit at Selhurst. Lovely. There's East Croydon. Yeah, we're going to be late. We're going to be so late. Shut up, AWS, I know. Right, power down. Train should just coast down if I'm lucky. It should indeed. Probably won't, but there we go. I reckon diesel mode's definitely the way to go. It's if you're having trouble, just use diesel mode. Forget electric mode, because electric mode, yeah, you need to know what you're doing, and it's a nightmare. We're not going to stop. We're not going to slow down in time. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Come on, slow down. Nearly, nearly, nearly. That'll do. Lovely, lovely. Let's take a screenshot with this 377 here. Got a 377. Got 201 again. We saw you earlier. Can Electrostars teleport? That's the question we're asking ourselves today. Can Electrostars teleport? Looks like they can. Looks like they can indeed, but there we go. There we go. There goes the train. Lovely stuff. I'm standing on the other side of the yellow line. Naughty me. Right, let's just keep with the train. Just let the speed just coast down now, because we're going to be late and we've got a 45 to deal with, so we might as well just coast. There's no point rushing, is there? I know it's the Gatwick Express, but not when you've got a train that emergency brakes go off whenever they choose, or whenever well, not when they choose, more when I just can't drive a train, and that seems about right. That seems about right. That's it. 52 miles an hour. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So you cannot deny. Yeah, so it's saying about like detail. You can't deny that, you know, because people complained that it didn't look right. The coaches and everything didn't look right, and they fixed it, and it looks awesome now. It does indeed, with the proper sounds as well. It's, you know, it's amazing. It really is. 45 miles an hour as we approach East Croydon. There we go. Right, it's yeah, it's amazing to have a 73, and I can't wait to see people put liveries on it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome indeed. Very awesome indeed. Let's address something quickly, shall we, as we crawl through East Croydon here. Yeah, okay, lost a bit of score there, not too bad. Let's address something. Just briefly address something. People asking me to do stuff, like videos and stuff. That's fine. Request all you like. I put it on a list and it goes into the to-do list. That made zero sense, but whatever. So, you know, you could say people... No, don't use diesel mode. That's it. So, you know, people have been requesting the big boy. This is what I'm getting at. And yes, it's a very awesome train, you know, and I do want to drive it. I want to do a scenario on it. However, I've got to, you know, I'm not made of time. I only record at the weekends. I don't have time during the week to record anything, and most times, if I'm lucky, I'll get an afternoon or something. But, you know, 9 times out of 10, I only record at the weekends, and that leaves a very finite time for me to drive trains. So with a big boy scenario going on for an hour, I've got to, you know, manage my time, and it's a nightmare sometimes. But, you know, I do my best, and I do try to get everything I can done. But if I don't have a video out as soon as you request it, don't be surprised. You know, I mean, like, especially as where I've already done a Sherman Hill video recently with the turbine. That's it. I've already done that, and then I did Feather River Canyon. I try not to saturate the channel with one country or another, because otherwise, you know, people get bored. So, you know, and I get bored as well. I don't want to drive on the same routes over and over again, apart from my favourites. I could drive on London to Brighton all day, every day, but I don't, because it would bore you guys. So, I've got to manage it all perfectly, and if I don't get a video done, then I don't get it done, and then it'll have to wait. It will have to wait indeed. But I do try my best, and I don't know when I'm going to get another big boy, get a big boy video done, but I do want to. So there we go. I've addressed that now, and now people can stop complaining that I haven't done one. There we go. Right, there we go. We're speeding up quite nice. 100% power should get us up to let's get back on track and drive a train to Gatwick Airport. We're going to be currently, that's Pearly Oaks. Yeah, we're late. We're a bit late. Yeah, I'm so glad I've chosen diesel mode now. Yeah, we're going to be a bit late. That is the nature of a complicated train to drive. I know how to drive it, I just can't properly. Not when I'm talking, at least. But you know, I mean, if I use the mouse and actually physically move the controller, it might be a lot easier. But using the keyboard can be a bit tricky because I can push D, and it could do nothing, or it could move it twice. Especially if there's a slight lag spike. Oh, that causes a nightmare. But there we go. This is where stuff like rail drivers come into real handy. They really do. I mean, I don't have one, but it'd be really handy because you know how far you've moved the controller. You know how far you've moved a certain lever, and you know what it's going to do. Especially a nightmare when you push it enough for the game engine to make a sound, but it doesn't actually move. It's a nightmare. If you can't see it, nightmare indeed. We're approaching 90 miles an hour. Look at this, gunning through. What's this? Pearly, I think. Looks like Pearly. Pearly. Pearly? Yes, it's Pearly. There we go. I can read that somehow as we blast through here. Now, the top speed of this train is 90 miles an hour, so in theory, I should just be able to leave it in full throttle, and it won't go any faster. In theory, we'll find out. Because there's only like one 80 mile an hour restriction at a tunnel somewhere, and that's about it. Other than that, we can just full pelt it, which is good. Until we get to Gatwick, in which case then we've got to switch over. 90.4, okay. Are we going to go any faster? Or can I just leave the controller as it is? If so, then great. I like diesel at 90.5. I like diesel mode at the moment. It's nice and easy. No emergency brakes, just drive. I like this. Every time I'm pausing, I'm taking a drink because my throat dies. So there we go. There we go. Right. Take a screenshot from El Brigio. That should go well. It's quite sunny over here. Oh, look at that. Right. I like the cloudy weather in Train Sim. It's very realistic. Like how obviously I paused the game. It sort of jolted there, but the sky changes between cloudy and sunny, and it's awesome. There she goes. Lovely stuff. 90.6. We're approaching the speeding point. I'll have to drop the power down in a minute. Might have to, indeed. Stick a head out here. Look at this. Lovely stuff. Just scrape my face along a brick wall there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I don't need my face anyway. There we go. Oh, we're slowing back down. 150 gradient. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I'll keep it in full power. We'll be fine. We shall be fine indeed. So there we go. There we go. But I will do, because the other two scenarios for this are driving this end, and I will do them eventually, because that'll be easy. Driving this end will be easy. It'll be just like driving the Class 415 or anything like that, because that's essentially what it is. So that should go well. That should go very well indeed. Right. God, that was an interesting sound. Right, here we go. We're about to cross over, because we're on the quarry lines, we're about to cross over the slow lines and switch over to the other side, because that is what the quarry lines do. That's what they do indeed. That's how they built them. And here we go, over the original slow lines, here we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely. I think the return comes up the slow lines, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. Right, there we go. 88.6 miles an hour, as we have got 9 miles to go until Hawley. We're not stopping at all, of course. You know, the nature of the Express is we do not stop. We do not stop. Right, here we go. Unless, of course, the emergency brakes go off, in which case we stop all the time. Right, blow the horn. Tunnel. I swear there was a bit of floating grass. I swear I saw a bit of floating grass in the tunnel there. Slightly odd, but there we go. There we go indeed. Right. Maximum speed, 90 miles an hour. Let's look at the passenger view. Look at that. Proper Mark II stuff, this is. It's a bit quiet, but, you know, proper seats, you know, and everything. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed in here. And we could probably as well, Dirling, I've noticed how the FOV is 120% in here, which is very nice. You can actually see stuff what's going on, which is awesome. So we can move over here. This is 100%. This is 120%. You can sort of see the difference. And now, I'm going to drop the power down a tiny bit because we're going downhill. We can have a quick look. This is the cab at the other end. There we go. Welcome to the cab. This is the 4-1. This is the 489 cab, as I should say. So there we go. That's that indeed. Right. Back in here. Power back up. There we go. Lovely stuff. Let's grab a nice screenshot there. Screenshots are plenty. Oh, look at that powering up. Turn the diesel engine on and she does kick out. She does indeed. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff indeed. There we go. And boom. Lovely. Right. Let's try and get plenty of fly past shots. Oh, this looks like a perfect place. This looks like a prototypical place to get a shot. It does indeed. It really does. Because you'd stand here. It looks like a place you can stand. So that makes sense. There you go. Look at that beautiful 73 right there. Lovely stuff. Lovely. Right. Okie dokie. 90 miles an hour as we top speeding it through. Really, it's quite nice. It's quite nice. This wouldn't do the record. Let's put it that way. It wouldn't do the London to Brighton record. Not unless I dropped all the coaches and maybe, you know, sort of remodeled the line to go downhill. Maybe that might do it. But you know, not today. 90 miles an hour is our top speed. It is indeed. 80 miles an hour coming up. That's there we go. Breaking point for that is usually halfway through a tunnel. I know that from the speedrun video on video 125. As you know, there we go. That's where most of my knowledge from this line comes from. And also, I've got the video 125 Express, the Connex Express video, which is awesome. It's awesome indeed. Seriously, cab view videos are the best. They really are. Right. 90.6. Oh no 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 no. That's it. Now just throw it into electric mode. Don't throw it into electric mode. That's it. That's it. God, we're gunning it along here now. Let's just drop out here. There we go. Look at the beautiful train. Cannot beat a bit of classic British electro dieselness. That's what this is indeed. And you cannot beat it. There we go. ADM West should go off. In theory, at some point. It should. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. I would have thought the 80 would have one, but maybe not. There's a bit of grass just clipping through there. Lovely. Right. Power down. Sort of coast, hopefully coast to 80 miles an hour. And we should actually be nearly there. We should indeed. We're going to be late, possibly. But Gatwick Airport is only 5 miles away. So there we go. That's the nature of the Express. It goes by. Oh, it flies by. It does indeed. Yeah, I forgot to brake. But, you know, yeah, who cares? Now I'm braking and I'm going too slowly. Right, power back up. 100%. Let's throttle it to the finish. Let's throttle it to the finish indeed. Because, yeah, we've not got long to go now. Just approaching the final straight here. The slow lines have joined us again over there. There we go. Good old slow lines. That should be Earlswood. That's Earlswood indeed, yep. There we go. I know this line. I know this line. But never been on it in real life. Furthest I've been is Clapham Junction, but there we go. It doesn't stop me from knowing it. Does not at all. Right, let's power back up to 90 miles an hour and just, yeah, go on our way. Hawley's the station before Gatwick, and we've got to cross over to, I believe, to platform 1. Because, you know, platform 1 and 2, they're the dedicated Gatwick Express platforms. So, yes, that's what we shall be doing indeed. That is what we shall be doing indeed. Look at that. Just grab a screenshot there. Just gunning it along the 4-track wide Brighton main line. As you do indeed. Look at that. It's literally a straight track, just dead straight now, pretty much. All the way. There's a slight turn here, but then it's just dead straight all the way to... All the way indeed. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic train right there. Probably get an interesting screenshot of it. See all the bogey detail there. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. There we go. Lovely. Lovely stuff indeed. If I do a farewell TS2016 video, because last time when I did 2015 farewell, I did the 442. This year I get to do the 73. That's awesome. Hopefully someone will make a 460 at some point. That'd be awesome. That's all we need. 460 is all we need. Good old Darth Vader. Someone get on that. I don't care who. Someone get on a 460. I know they don't exist anymore, but you know, deal with it. Just do that. That'd be awesome. Right. Just full throttling. Look at this. Solid 90.6 miles an hour. Is that signal mine? No, I don't think it is. I don't want that signal to be mine, so it shall not be mine. That's how I'm going to work this. That's how I'm going to work this indeed. Is that a guard? Hey, look at that. We're a guard buzzer. Lovely stuff. Right. Gotta love good old guard buzzer. There is Hawley. There's our penultimate fly past of the day. And Gatwick Airport, yeah, literally, look, it's 2.5 miles straight track. Platform 2. Oh, okay then. Yeah, we're changing things up a bit. We're going into platform 2. There we go. Quick drive drops you into platform 1. It does indeed. So there we go. 90.6 miles an hour. Literally going as fast as we possibly can. There we go. So technically, you wouldn't be able to go this fast in diesel mode, but I suppose because it's an electric consist, even when it switches modes, it doesn't know the difference. It's the same as you can't tell a Class 395 whether it's in third rail or overhead mode. There's no way. It just knows it's electrified. So this train just knows it's moving. It just knows there's third rail there, so it probably knows it's there. You know, words are a thing. I don't know if that made sense or not. Right, 377 time. I could get a screenshot with you. Is 201 hiding around here again? Or is it just 206? Just 206, okay. There we go, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful trains. Going to London Victoria. Yes, one day we'll be returning to London Victoria. We shall indeed. We shall indeed. In the good old 489, I should say. There we go. Right, there is a 40 limit coming up. There is also a double yellow coming up. So, shut off the power. There we go. AWS. Right, here we go. And this train's got good brakes, so I've got a good feeling about this. Very good feeling indeed. I saw someone say that the brakes are terrible. They're the complete opposite of terrible. Look at this. They're actually pretty good. I'm on initial application, and the brakes are just flying off the speed, which is fantastic. Right, we're crossing over, and we're nearly done. We are nearly done indeed. There we go, 60 odd miles an hour. There we go, AWS, there we go. Right. There we go, 55. Need to slow down a bit more. Can I put a bit more brake on? That's it, a bit more brake. That's it, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Brakes off. There we go. And just sort of coast into Gatwick Airport. I wonder if we'll see any A310s flying around today. There's an A310. That's the plane they modelled. It is indeed. They modelled an A310, which is awesome. So there we go. Look at this. Just crossing over all the tracks. Lovely stuff as we approach Gatwick Airport platform 2. There we go. So there's a 7th platform here now, isn't there? I believe there is, which is awesome. There goes a plane. Awesome indeed. Right. Welcome to Gatwick Airport, ladies and gentlemen. That's literally it. That is the Gatwick Express. It does not take long at all. It does not take long at all. Obviously, I had some problems as well with the everything and to do with weak field braking, but there we go. Right, that's just there is an AWS thing there. Well, not AWS, but it's a red light. That's what I meant. Stop, 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 stop. No, not emergency. Oh dear. Stop, 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 stop. Handbrakes, handbrakes. Use the handbrakes. Put a handbrake on. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, we arrived. We're at Gatwick Airport. Gatwick Airport. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful views of Gatwick Airport. With we'll have a look in a second as well. Just grab a screenshot there. Gatwick Airport is also home. Another screenshot. Why not? Is also home to the largest British Rail logo ever. Look at that. That's just amazing. It really is, because the station's owned by Network Rail, so well, yeah, pretty much. So it's lived there forever. Beautiful that. I wonder how many people actually noticed that. I don't know, but it's there. There we go. There we go, indeed. Right, that has been our lovely run in the 73, and we're gonna be returning to this pack in the future with the 489. But for today, I think we've done relatively well. We've got bronze. We've got a plane coming in. Try and grab a nice screenshot with the plane. Hopefully, we will indeed. Try and grab an interesting screenshot with that plane, because you know, planes and trains are the best things. There we go. The intercity logo, because it is like, this is just an intercity livery with the Gatwick Express logo on it. It really is. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's just look at the train. That's awesome. Right, let's just let the scenario come to an end. Let it come to an end indeed. There we go. Well done, driver. That was a successful run, apparently. And thanks to you, many pleased passengers, not with the emergency brakes going off, they won't be pleased, will be glad to have made their flights. Let's review your performance. 878. I will take 878. That's good. Couple of emergency brake problems that got on my nerves there, and we caved in and went to diesel mode, but I think we did well. I think we did very well indeed, and I will be returning to this, not straight away. Don't want to flood the channel with London to Brighton, but I will be returning to it in the future. But for now, thank you very much for watching this one. If you enjoyed it, then please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.